Welcome back, everybody, to another awesome gaming Dragonfire real, raw, authentic reactions where we do the realest reactions possible. Very limited editing to keep everything real and flowing as naturally as possible. Tonight, we are here with something different. I didn't plan to react to this individual, but it kept on popping up on my YouTube page over and over and over. All right, full disclosure. This is a believe rapper turned rocker back to rapper. I could be wrong about the last part. His name is MGK. I do know the name is Machine Gun Kelly. All right, here is the full disclaimer here. I know nothing of this individual outside of some things, but I don't know his music. I have never listened to an MGK song in my life. Not that I have anything against him, because I do not. But I have just never listened to him. I think one song, and it wasn't because it's his. He was on a collaboration, I forget the name of the song, with Avril Lavigne, as I'm a big fan of Avril Lavigne's work. And he was on one of her songs. I cannot for the life of me remember it right now, but that's all I know. As far as his music goes, I do not know a single song of his ever. But because it is on the YouTube page that will not disappear, I'm going to do it. Going in with an open mind. The song name sounds very deep. Cool ass piano with some crystals up front is about as much as I know. The only other thing I am aware of is, I think it was a few years back, I don't know if it's still ongoing, him and another rapper by the name of Eminem were beefing, and then it seemed to be the cancel culture went after, I guess, MGK because he lost a rap battle to, I don't know if he lost it or not, but that is what I heard. And then, you know, people didn't let that lie. They just kind of just said like his career's over, and they were trying to cancel him and do all sorts of shit. That's about all I know outside of the fact that he's dating Megan Fox. Outside of that, I have no clue. I hope it's good. Like I said, the song name sounds like it might be a deep one, especially with the piano being involved in it. But we're gonna try to watch this through. There might be pauses and rewinds depending on if there's anything I want to touch on as we're going. If not, I will be doing a recap at the end of my thoughts on the song itself. So let's just do it. I will see you guys on the other side, where we will be jumping into Don't Let Me Go. All right, guys, are you ready for this song? Make sure my volume is good. Looks like it. All right, let's go. Like the piano. And he's talking to himself. Nice shots.
Lately, my thoughts eating me alive. Laid in the bed thinking maybe that hate will finally go away if I'm not alive. Wish I didn't listen, just like I wish they would understand me one time. I had a breakdown and tatted my entire body except one line. Everything's just fine.
Oh, look at those tats.
I'm acting different again. I see my family's reflection every time I look in the cup and I sip it again.
Traumas.
Tell me after all the sins, will I be mentioned again? Why do I care?
Love that marker scene.
God, like I'm Christian again.
Ooh. Oh yeah, nice bass. Interesting.
Secrets I hid as a kid and I never confronted them. I just called mom, said I forgive her for not being there when I needed one. I'm coming back, just let me go. I'm coming back,
love that shot.
Let me go, yeah. I'm coming back, just let me go. I'm coming back, don't let me go.
Nice change.
When the music starts, and the character that I've been playing is really just broken and fucking lost. Alright,
yeah, this is deep. This is deep, and I really dig his flows that he's choosing. This pocket that he's in, it's very interesting. But that line, the character I'm portraying, you know, the real me is just broken and lost. Man, can connect that piece.
I'm coming back, don't let me go. Who am I when the music stops? And the character that I've been playing is really just broken and fucking lost. I swear I've been telling you over and over again in all of these songs. But they don't hear nothing I'm writing because they're too busy trying to write me off.
Okay, there it is.
It's funny because if we just sat and talked, you'd see that it's just hard for me to be vulnerable because I blocked it off. I got trust issues. Growing up, no one was there to hear what I thought. My heart was broken like my ribs as a kid when me and my father fought. Yeah, I'm medicating with something that I cannot pronounce.
Feel that.
The doctor gave me rehab patient with a pen and some paper. The psychiatrist keeps evaluating.
Interesting.
With the fact that my hand wasn't on her stomach when we lost the baby.
Whoa. Okay, he's getting real deep in the song. There's a lot going on. By the way, I love that reflection. That perspective right there in that video. It is showing that, but it's almost like it's a mirror. Right? It's very cool. Very cool how they pulled that shot and pulled a reflection there. That's really nice.
I don't got no one to turn to 'cause everyone...
Hold on. Take it back.
Rehab patient with a pen and some paper. The psychiatrist keeps evaluating. How can I live with the fact that my hand wasn't on her stomach when we lost the baby?
Jesus. Oh my God. He is going through some shit.
Constantly dreading the day that the audience might not be screaming for dying alone and not leaving anything behind is my biggest fear.
Oh,
the person that I love is if I'm never coming back after I leave out the door.
This is a tough song.
I'm coming back, just let me go. I'm coming back, just let me go, yeah. I'm coming back, just let me go. I'm coming back, don't let me go.
Ooh, that bass.
Just let me go. I'm coming back, just let me go, yeah. I'm coming back, just let me go. I'm coming back, don't let me go.
God, I freaking love that drumming with the markers. It wanted to be a school. But damn. All right. I gotta collect my thoughts and figure out how I want to word some things here. It's gonna probably be very badly worded, but stay with me. I'll see you on the other side where we'll do our recap. Hope to see you there. All right, guys, that was MGK's Don't Let Me Go. First off, awesome song. It was deep as hell. And I loved the whole sound of it. And the video was great. The shots were great. Like I said, the drum with the markers was awesome. I'm going to get that at 9.2. It's definitely going to be on my playlist. Never thought I'd say that because I've never listened to the dude before. But it was a very dope song. Very deep song. It starts off with lately, the thoughts eating him alive while he's laying in bed, right? As a person that struggles with mental health, severe depression, schizoaffective disorder, and ADHD on top of that, most of my biggest negative thoughts are when I'm laying down at night to go to bed. My thoughts are relentless. They are just relentless. And that's where you can really get inside your head. And the hate that he receives, obviously weighs in on him. Especially since he is a guy that has very clearly has been through some stuff. Very unfortunate things. And people, that go through a lot are a little bit more sensitive, sometimes more than we let on. But we have that wall up that you can't really see. But some things that some people could just let go, we can't. It's like a tank shell right into the chest. when that happens. And if it's happening consistently, it creates an issue, right? So he's talking about, the hate, maybe the hate will go away if I'm no longer here. Obviously contemplating the dark path. I've been down that path myself countless times, countless hospital visits, which he also talked about with psychiatric stuff and medicine that he couldn't pronounce. Been on so many that I can't even count them. So I definitely understand that. It's very interesting, though, on his wordage when he's doing those opening lines, right? Saying, wish I didn't listen, but I wish they could understand me one time, right? So he could be talking, obviously, about the haters, right? He shouldn't listen and they should really understand him. It does apply to that. But what I am getting, personally, I could be wrong, is based on what he's talking about this, that he wishes he didn't listen to the thoughts and wishes his thoughts could understand him, right? Getting control of your thoughts, getting control of your emotions is something we all want, right? I am a victim of my own mind so much. I literally destroy myself more than anybody else could ever do it. So that is what I think he's talking about. I think he is talking about the mental warfare that is going on in his head. Especially if he is feeling like taking his own. That's not something you should be listening to. I've been down that road. I've been down the road so badly. At one point, I had voices in my head. It just had not happened for a long, long time. But I was sitting in corners crying in my room and trying to take it. So I could definitely get that. And he has, I think they're called blackout tattoos. So I don't know what his tattoos were of, but he's talking about having a mental breakdown, right? And tatted up his entire body. So clearly he is somebody that has fell down again into the cycle. That's the problem with the cycle of pain. You kind of just keep going in a loop. You think you're okay, and then the loop starts again. Because unless you deal with it, or at least make peace with it, it's going to continue to go that route. Seeing his family's face in his cup, obviously, he's talking about falling down again. So he is obviously a recovering alcoholic, I want to say, at the very least. I don't know about the drugs or whatnot, but definitely alcoholism, as he fell kind of back into that again. And that is symbolic of traumas. He did talk about later, an abusive father, an absentee mother. So obviously there is very big trauma in his life as a kid. And as a kid, we register all of that so much more and more severe than when you get older. Not that stuff doesn't matter when you get older. It does. It's bad stuff. But it imprints bigger and deeper as a child. And that's obviously something that I guess he hasn't dealt with. Maybe he's just kind of blocked it up. Like me, I have like a house and I just start throwing stuff in the back and barricading it, so to speak. And he talked about why do I even care when it's just me and God at the end, right? And that's the thing, right? If you do believe, no matter what your religion is, if you believe in a higher power and whatnot, especially if you are Christian, as he clearly is. I don't know if he is not anymore or not, but it's a fact, right? You come into the world by yourself, and you'll exit, either with yourself or, if you do believe, with God. And why do we care at the end of the day what anybody thinks of us when it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things? And we live our life in the way that caters to, what people think, and that's the thing, as human beings, I don't think we can really fully turn that off. You can turn it down, where it's not as emphatic, but I don't think there is a way of really turning it off as human beings. We'll try to convince ourselves that we don't care about it, but it's furthest thing from the truth in most cases. He did dive into stuff about his father. I'm not going to go into that. That's a sore topic for me as well. So I'm not going to really go into that. I know he had talked about, we touched on his calling his mother, saying that he forgives her basically for not being there when he actually did need her. Right. And he sat there and he talked about his character, right? That when you step away from the microphone, what he's left with is the real him, right? And the real him is broken and lost. Boy, oh boy, do I understand that. I have said that many times through, I stream constantly as a mental health safe zone for people. But the moment I turn that off and put the mic away, turn the camera off, put the video game down, I'm left still with me. And me isn't really okay. You can outrun a lot of things in life. You just can't outrun yourself. So I can definitely understand, feeling broken and lost once you step away from your distraction, your outlet. And he talked about, he's explained his pain throughout his music, throughout the years. Once again, while I haven't heard that, I can't say. But what he was talking about was nobody's hearing it, because they're too busy trying to write me off, right? So it goes back to what I said in the very beginning when I was talking about the little bit I do know about him, his beef with Eminem, and how everybody kind of seemingly was a society of let's destroy the man, right? For whatever reason, I don't know. And honestly, I pretty much don't care about that. Not about him. I'm talking about the rap battle where people felt they needed to cancel him based on some probably insane, idiotic stuff. And it became, that much I know, and kind of an MGK hate fest. Between people just saying his music sucked and then just talking trash about, I think, his looks and stuff like that, or at least the way he dresses, and stuff like that. So nobody's really, hearing him as the man. They're just, going after him for whatever reason, and, it's weighing on him, and you talked about, having the wall up, and not knowing how to express that and not wanting to be vulnerable because he grew up all alone, right? He grew up with an abusive father. He grew up with an absentee mother, probably maybe in a rough neighborhood, and dealing with a lot of stuff. And as he got older, he kept on kind of compartmentalizing everything in order to protect themselves. And when somebody does that, I do it myself, we put walls up so big because we don't want to be vulnerable. We just don't want to. It's self-protection. We really can't kind of expose ourselves to the possibility of disappointment, hurt, because if we hurt ourselves, we're kind of used to it, right? But anybody else, but you live that life, it gets lonely and it breaks you down slowly. While you think it's keeping you safe, those same things, and it is in the short term, long term, it's breaking you down, and you don't even notice until it's too late. And then it's this huge, like, gigantic mountain, bigger than Mount Everest, type of thing that you have to overcome. Unfortunately, some people don't ever overcome it. Some do. But yeah, he talked about really hard topics of losing a baby. Obviously, that deals with a miscarriage of some sort. That how can he basically forgive himself when he wasn't there with whoever it was that lost the baby? Thoughts to them, whether they're still together or not. Prayers, good vibes, all that to MGK and whoever that woman is. It has to be really tough, especially since everything he has endured, and it was just more on top of it. And talking about being scared that the audience won't be screaming his name anymore, and then of dying, and not leaving anything behind. So no legacy, nothing for the world to remember him. It's like you never existed. I feel that way a lot with both with the not having that audience anymore. It's a thing I deal with in streaming, and even my reaction channel of when's all this going to blow up. As a person that deals with a lot of stuff, my brain always steers to the negative side a lot. I try to be as positive as I can, but my brain is my brain. At the end of the day, I do my best that I can with it. But it does go there. Like if I have bad views or less viewers in my streams, I go immediately to kind of just destroying myself. And that was the other thing, right? Not leaving anything behind. That is my thoughts. That I will die. Like I was never here to begin with. Nobody will know. After like some immediate family members pass, nobody will ever know. I didn't leave a mark or anything. And dying alone. That's a fear we all have, right? And it sucks. And it's tough. Like I said, this is a deep song. Way deeper than I thought it was going to be going into it. I'm going to end there before I break. Thank you for anybody that came through and watched this reaction, even in voice for a second. I do appreciate it. I was pleasantly surprised with the song. He seems to be a very talented, very artistic individual. And hopefully things get better for him because he does seem like he's going through a lot. I did forget to touch on one thing that I didn't want to... I'm going to be careful how I say this so I don't break myself. I'm coming back, just let me go, right? So he's feeling like he's coming back to himself, right? And he's telling the thoughts to kind of just let me go. Just let me go, right? And then he has the second thought, I think, of a cycle coming back again. No, don't let me go. That could be indicative of the loneliness, right? And sometimes we want to be staying in that rut because that's what we know. And as morbid as it is, that's a safe place. I just wanted to add that. Thank you once again for anybody that came through. I hope you enjoyed a second of this reaction, if not the whole thing. I do appreciate it. The song will be in the description. Be sure to head over to his channel, give it a like, give him some good vibes, some prayers, all that. Hopefully everything will be okay for him and he'll get through with it. Everything that he is dealing with. And yeah, thank you once again. Have a great rest of morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be when viewing this reaction. Remember, you're an awesome person capable of awesome things. And do not let that stinking dark brain of yours get the best of you. Remember, if you're going through mental health stuff, you have mental health issues. Mental health issues don't have you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.